What up, YouTube? Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. I want to say thank you for taking the time out to view my content and to be here on my channel. And I want to say thank you from God, thank you from your spiritual team, and thank you from the universe for taking a minute to hear what Spirit has to say. So today we have the Hermit in the reverse. This is an Earth card. The answer to any question you might have right now is no. Virgo ruled by Mercury, and this is the third eye card. It says, I'm seeking solitude to explore my options with wisdom. Well, you have ended up in loneliness, isolation, seclusion, being overcome or paralyzed by fear, antisocial, and restrictive. I don't actually think that they know what antisocial means, but nonetheless. So, you've clammed up, okay? And there's nothing wrong with it. You've clammed up, okay? You've put up your walls. You are securing your palace. You got the dragon down in the moat. The way if anybody tries to approach you, they get the teeth, right? You feel secure in that, but the problem is that once you push everybody out, you're lonely and you have isolation, and you're sitting here in fear. You're sitting here in fear of paralyzed by fear, overcome or paralyzed by fear. So there's been several times in this 19 days that I've been in my Jeep, homeless, that I felt, is this how it's going to be forever? And the answer is no. No, I can go get a second job. No, I can do tarot, and that only leaves time for sleep, really. That's where I'm at right now, so that I can keep myself occupied, right? But even in that, let's talk about having the two jobs. So with me having the newspaper at night, I go into the parking lot and I sleep in my car until about the time that the truck shows up with the newspapers. And then I walk right in. I say hello to my boss. I say have a good day to my boss. I ask him if there's anything down to sub. Then I hop right back in my car and I'm back alone again. When I step into my second job here come this Monday, or Tuesday, whichever he schedules me for, I'm in a place right now to where I'm going to be very withheld, right? Like, it's my natural to just, I guess you would say, spread my business. I don't know. I live honestly, and I'm not 100% worried about what other people think, and I'm not 100% worried about how my business is viewed by other people. I just share. That's just what it is. I'm a sharing person. And but when I go in there, I'm not gonna mention I'm homeless. You'll be able to see it clear as day, because I'll be sleeping in the parking lot right before it's time to go to work. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's. But unless you ask me, you ain't gonna find out. And that's how it is gonna be about the majority of things. Unless you ask me, you ain't gonna find out. Unless you ask me if I have a YouTube channel, you ain't gonna find out, right? But, and I already know that. I already know that's gonna be how I am. I don't like the word standoffish, but I'm probably gonna come off kind of standoffish, because I don't want to go through that shit again, right? And so, I'm telling you that, you know what I mean, not only do I not have an interest in a relationship, but I'm at the point to where I don't have an interest in a friendship. Like, I want to do me, you know what I mean? And that's safe. It is. Once you get your ducks in a row and you're established, like, You can be you by yourself. There's nothing wrong with it until you start feeling isolated and lonely, right? Remember, you were on a path. You had goals, and your goal was, I'm seeking solitude to explore my options with wisdom. Okay? And so you're not focused on your options. You might be using your wisdom, but your wisdom is telling you that you're alone. And you're trying to figure out how to overcome that and what to do about it, right? And the answer just might simply be that there is no overcoming or what to do with it, right? The answer might be right back to, you need to seek your wisdom. Sometimes we find ourselves in a place to where we are trying to accomplish something, and instead we end up getting lost in the process. We end up getting stagnant, and it's because we end up paying more attention to our physical surroundings than what our goals are to accomplish. And so your goal was wisdom, your goal was learning, your goal was inner knowledge, okay? And it's okay. It's just like I say, if you pick up a big rock and your goal is to move that rock from point A where it's at to point B where you want it, somewhere in the walking from point A to point B, the weight of that rock is going to hit you and you're going to feel it, and you're not going to be focused on going to point B at all. You're going to be focused on dead set right where you're at. And in this case, your answer was to stop walking and stand and hold this rock. Well, you're only going to be able to hold that rock for so long, but this says you're secure in it, right? So what you call it, so you isolated, nobody can help you, you don't want nobody to help you, and you just stuck and you feel lonely, because if you weren't isolated and somebody could help you, then they'd be able to help you share that load of that rock. But you're not taking that, you're not accepting that. Just like a friendship, let alone a relationship, would be able to help you drastically, right? Friendships and relationships do that. They teach us things, they learn us things, they grow us things. That's just how that works. But if you're tuned out, and right now you're tuned out, then a lot of times friendships, relationships, and opportunities can be completely surrounding you, and you won't see it because you're tuned out, because you're focused on being in isolation, you're focused on being alone, you're focused on being lonely. And I'm sorry, my friend, I know what that's like, but what you have to do is focus back on that. No, I'm only carrying this rock to point B, and point B ain't but just a little bit over there. Let me get over there and set this rock down and see how I feel. So self-evaluation and re-evaluation of your situation is what you need to focus on. Antisocial actually means something criminally, but that's not what I think they're talking about. You're actually going out of your way to avoid social situations, and I am too. I understand that. I'm in my Jeep at the corner of a parking lot in a park where I know nobody's going to bother me. I quit smoking weed last night because I ran out, and I'm going to have to go through some court stuff, so I need to make sure my system is clean. But that's going to cause me to feel pretty lonely, because I no longer have the numbing, right? The numbing effect of being able to just pass the time and not worry about it, because I'm busy being stoned or whatever. And so that's a good thing, though. It's a good thing that the things that have distracted me from my current situation are gone now. And now I get to just be in the bed that I made. And sometimes that's hard, and sometimes that's a difficult thing, but it's the bed that you made, with the choices that God gave you, or with the circumstances that God gave you to choose between. and all this is all right. All this is fine. All this is normal. This is how this works. But you need to focus on your opportunities around you. If you've gotten lost, if you've lost your goals, and you've lost what it is that you're moving towards, that's okay. You can get reorientated. You can get reestablished, right? And you can reestablish your goals and figure out what it is that you're doing, right? What it is that you're actually working on. And the way that you can reorientate and all this is by looking at the opportunities that you have in front of you. If you've reached a point of isolation so much so that you can no longer control it and you feel lonely, then your best bet is to figure out how to step out of your castle, right? What are the opportunities surrounding you and what can you do about them? And then making the decision to move forward with doing something about them. So again, you need to, you're at the top of this tower, right? You're isolated and you're secure and all this stuff, but you're lonely and whatnot. You need to take your vantage point of being in that tower and look around you and see what kind of opportunities are out there in front of you, okay? And you won't be lonely anymore, all right? Love y'all. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you in the next one. Laters.